let's talk about it. Like, let's all get frustrated together. Comment down below what's one thing that you've noticed. Here's the biggest one that we've noticed. Hello, welcome back for another video. Today it's rolling into summer, so we are going to make a video talking about Arizona. There's some things that we've noticed from our previous videos is there's a lot of viewers who aren't subscribed. I think it's only 13% of the people watching are actually subscribed. Go ahead and hit that like, comment, subscribe. Let us know what you'd like to see in the future. But today we're going to be talking about what do we got going on?
We have... Oh, but we're in our cozy corner.
Crazy Cody's couchy corner. Oh, screwed that up. Dang. Even wrote that one down.
But today we're talking about Arizona.
Yep.
The good and the bad. Not really ugly, but...
I mean, there's parts that are ugly.
Yeah, like Tucson.
Yep. So we compiled a list together of the good things and some of the bad things. The good things, the list is going to go by a little bit faster. Just because we've only been here for a couple of years and our experiences haven't really all been the best. It's not horrible, but could have been better. Starting off, number one is going to be weather. We moved here in 2021 and the weather was amazing. Did a lot of outdoor activity all the way up into the, I'd say like 105.
Even in August, we were still walking.
Yep. Never had an issue. Obviously, it was still warm. You could feel it. You were still sweating, but it's nothing like it is right now when you go outside and it's 103 degrees outside. It's different. It's almost like the sun is closer.
Yeah, it's the sun that makes it feel way hotter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lately, a lot more clouds, a lot more wind. The wind is the big one. When we first moved here, there wasn't hardly any wind the first couple of years. And that was one of the main reasons why we left up north was every day that it looked like it could be a perfect day was either ruined by rain, wind, or something like that.
It was always wind. And it was on our side of the house that had no trees, so you couldn't ever enjoy being outside.
Yeah, so when we moved here, not having wind was awesome. It was super nice. But now, a couple of days ago, we looked outside and our canopy was just flipped upside down from a random tornado that came through the yard. So, weather's definitely changing. And we've noticed that too she's been getting into gardening and planting a lot more. And the different seasons of when they bloom, that's also changing.
Yeah, Arizona in April is always my favorite time of year because that's when everything's in. You get the spring bloom and you get all the citrus trees. They smell so good, especially the limes. Those are my favorite. But this year we had our spring bloom in February, which is so early. It got so hot early this year. Because weren't we like hundreds? We were over 100 in February, or was it March?
It was another record year, beat by another record year, beat by like a record year of just insane lengths of over 100 and 110 degree temperatures. I think it's over 120 days of over 100 degrees now. I think was what it was last year or something.
Yeah.
It's getting silly. And with that too, the spring and the fall kind of have the best sunsets, I think.
No, monsoon season. Because that's when you get all like the puffy clouds.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking the wrong ones.
But Arizona has the best sunsets, hands down.
Next to probably property taxes?
Yeah.
Comparing that to up north was 3 times the cost of it as it is here?
I want to say, well, like houses in Grand Forks are like $3,000 a year, and here our property tax is only $1,000.
Yeah. And then cars sales tax 5.6% on dealership, and there's no sales tax on private sales. So that's a big difference from North Dakota.
Yeah, that's where we're from. If we haven't said that before.
Yep. We moved down here just to feel better. Have some autoimmune issues and some joint issues, so getting away from the humidity and colder temperatures and getting into the warmer temperatures. Kind of went from one extreme to the other of a frozen tundra to an oven, but
Which is crazy because back home is always really humid. And here, now when it even hits like 30%, we can feel it.
yep.
Which 30% back home you would never notice.
And it's just like we get out and about more just because we're feeling better. So her family comes down here for how many months?
I'd say probably total like 6 months. 5, 6 months.
And you've seen them down here more than
Back home.
back home the last couple of years that we lived there, which also means that we can do other things, other activities that we didn't really do up there either, like hiking or riding bike or
Yeah, we've been putting a lot of miles on the bikes.
no,
We got those in February
no.
or January.
That was just a random out of the blue purchase. We found them for $100 total, and they were
Yeah.
one was basically brand new, and the other one was, I mean, pretty well used, but still, that's pretty unheard of for these days. And that pretty much wraps up the good. Now let's go over some of the things that we don't like, things that we kind of wish we would have known before we moved here, that sort of thing. Now we can get in and talk about the things that we don't like about Arizona, and just piggybacking off the last thing we were talking about, the heat. We're sick of it. It's just starting now in summer and we're already over it. We have 4 months to go, and it's going to be a long 4 months.
Picking up all my hobbies. Paint by numbers, paint by diamonds, puzzles. And I just got a miniature greenhouse. And I've never created miniatures, so I'm excited to try that.
And what's so cool about that one?
What?
Whenever you get frustrated, you get to shake it up and then.
Oh no, it's on Amazon.
Oh.
It's the anxiety bookshelves. So you just get like this mini bookshelf, and then it's got all the small books. And then you can just decorate it, put them in the books how you want them, and then you can just shake it up and start it over if you're getting frustrated or getting anxious or something. With the heat also comes the dust. The dust was never this bad, I think, before because we lived in big city.
Yeah, in the major area, Apache Junction, and then over to Mesa, which Apache Junction, you can see that being on the edge of town, but Mesa in the middle. The only time you'd really get any dust is the crazy monsoons that would roll through that looks like the Mad Max scenes, but just out here, you get a 10-mile-an-hour wind and the dirt lot next door that's blows all that dirt right around into here. So
there's twice as much dust out here, and I vacuum almost every day, and I vacuum up so much dust.
yep, even if the cars sit in the garage and we don't use them for 3 days, you got a layer of dust on them. So
and with the dust, shortly after we moved here, Taco got valley fever because there's those, I think it's like fungus that lives in the spores of the dirt. So then when it gets windy and stuff, or even just because dogs are lower to the ground and always sniffing. And I think it was after I might have stirred something up when I was digging out the rocks trying to get the weeds, where he always laid, and then he got sick.
yeah.
But thankfully, he recovered super fast and he's fine.
Yep. And that kind of goes hand in hand with seasons too. Like when we first moved here, the seasons that we were looking for were perfect. But now those seasons aren't so perfect anymore. So the 4 months that we have of the not perfect weather that we're complaining now is more months because of the months that we're supposed to be perfect and we're supposed to enjoy those months. We're not being able to enjoy those months anymore because of the wind and
Last year when your dad was here, how many like dust storms did we get?
yeah. There was only a couple of days where it was nice, where we could go to car shows and uh, just enjoy the time outside. Same with when we had company come. The whole time that they were here, it was all rainy, doomy, gloomy, and it wasn't supposed to be that way. And that goes into traffic season too. Now we're getting into heavy traffic season and construction season, but they do things differently here than what we're used to. Like they're shutting down at 5 o'clock. They're not working on the weekends, and they're getting off, like I said, right at that 5 o'clock time, which is weird because wouldn't you think in the desert they would be running at night and as many hours as they could to try to get it done as quick as they could.
For as much as construction that is here, I I don't think I've ever really seen anybody working.
No, it's a
The
little,
most I've seen they're like when they're going and picking up the cones when they're done.
yeah. And it's difficult where we're at because it's like a lot of one way there's if we take a detour, we typically have to waste that amount of time going up and around versus just taking the construction way and wasting the extra however long it takes.
And with the traffic, the main freeway we have to take is the I-10, and that I absolutely hate the I-10.
Yeah.
It's I feel like it's like taking a gamble with your life just going out there, especially when you get to like the Casablanca to Maricopa exits. It's there's too many people.
Yeah. So that kind of goes into like the things we wish we would have known about before we would have moved here would be what we're looking for. So we know that we don't like Tucson, but we know that Brooke really likes the landscaping and like Mesa. We know we don't like the amount of people in Mesa, but we kind of like the amount of people here, but also the people that are here
I
have the mindset that they are currently living in Mesa and not in the middle of nowhere.
People are rude.
Very rude.
I hate them here.
It's we expected a slower paced living when we moved out here. We went from an
Thanks.
extreme high amount of people to the complete opposite. I don't know how many people live around here, but it's not that many. But they drive just like in Mesa. It's a 3 mile section from here to the interstate.
That's 50 miles an hour.
And if you're going 47, they will get in a head on collision to pass you. I don't understand it. It doesn't, I don't know. I don't get it.
Oh, and road rage. I it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't engage, don't interact.
Yeah.
You
Don't,
will get schmurdered.
yeah. Yeah. It's not nothing that you mess around with. Even when my dad comes down here, he's a strong old man and he's stuck in his way, and it's hard to tell him that you cannot do that here because they don't play around.
And it's open carry here.
Yeah, which is even worse. Which I'm not going to get into that. Open carry in the wrong hands is bad. Open carry in the right hands is good. But we can't control who has the bad and who has the good. So just going to leave that one there.
And the people here too, how people talk to you on Facebook, there's no way people are actually talking to you like that in real life.
Yeah.
You can ask like a genuine question, and the amount of freaking boomers that are on Facebook, I think they just like to sit and troll people all day.
It's the weirdest thing to get made fun of, to use a social interaction platform to socially interact with people. I don't I don't understand how the shame and the hate and all of that can come to what it has these days, but it makes us want to look for a whole different platform because it's just bring
It's very, yeah.
bring back the MySpace with the memes and just shut down this hate of Facebook.
And it truly is mainly all the boomers. Um,
It's not good.
yeah.
Next thing is going to be cost. So we went from one extreme to another. We went from a mortgage of just under $400 to a mortgage of just about $2,500. I mean, we've went from extreme lows to extreme highs, from temperature to mortgage to
Well,
APRs even.
and it's funny because when we were researching to move here, it was one of the more affordable states, and then we got here, and it's not that at all.
And Apache Junction, one of the more affordable areas in the state. We moved here and rent was $14.75, which is absolutely crazy to me because back in 2014 or 15, buddy of ours had a townhome for 1280, and we were saying that is crazy.
Yeah, no way would we pay that. Our rent at our apartment was like $525.
Yep. And that was an eye opener. But another thing too with cost is going to be food. Um, what's going on with food lately?
We're now going to um, this last time just to save money on groceries. We went Walmart, Aldi's, Fry's, and I got some stuff off Amazon. Instead of just doing a one-stop shop because it's convenient, we're now going to different grocery stores.
And the sad part is they're all mega corporations. They're the ones that we all shouldn't be shopping at because it's owned by the same people. Um, we can't go up to the local IGA. It would be really, really nice to support the mom and pop shops and the small local shops, but we can't afford the $7 bag of Doritos or the $18 carrot cakes or the $15 0.5 pound tiny steaks. I mean,
Well, even with the cost of food, we went to an indoor market yesterday. Again, would love to support local, but I'm not paying $10, $10 to $13 for
15.
just a loaf of sourdough bread.
I used to say it was cheaper to get fat at fast food restaurants than it is to eat at home. But now I truly don't know which one is cheaper because we go out to Dairy Queen, we go out to Culver's, we go out to any of those places.
It's like $50.
Just the meal for one person is anywhere from $15 to $18. Take that times two, and then now if you want to add what people expect for tips these days, my Lanta, it's at least $50 to $100 just to go out one time. 8 years ago, $100 meal was us going to like a toasted frog, pinky up. We're
Yeah.
getting like
We're getting the appetizer, we're getting
the
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 entree.
4 ounce steak that is like the juiciest, tenderiest steak, and you're like, why is that only 4 ounces? But you know, it's $100, so we're gonna splurge. Them types of meals, they're gone. Like that's two, three, $400 now. I
Well,
don't.
that's a couple weekends ago when we went golfing. I love McDonald's bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. I got two of them and it was $16.
Yep.
Just nothing else, just two biscuits.
Have you looked at their tiny burrito combo now? Is $11 for those little tiny burritos that used to be $1.99, whatever it was. I don't understand. It's almost like,
Oh, 12 packs of pop.
oh,
I had
we
to
really
switch.
hate to turn this into a negative rant, but let's talk about it. Like, let's all get frustrated together. Comment down below what's one thing that you've noticed. Here's the biggest one that we've noticed: pop, soda. How much is it now?
Um, isn't it like nine? What is it?
You can get three for $12.99, or you can get one for $11.99 at the Dollar General and the Family Dollars around here.
I now go to Fry's to get their Kroger brand because it's $4.99 for a
Yep,
12 pack.
just about $5, so it's a little bit more than half the price.
A 12 pack, they're $8.27 at Walmart. $8.42, almost $9 at Walmart.
Yep.
But it used to be like 3 for $12 back home, at least.
Yep. Jack's Pizza, that used to be 4 for 12. Can't complain too much now because I did see a deal where it was, I think, 3 for 12 again. But if you go into Dollar General, Family Dollar, you can't get one of those junky pizzas for anything less than like $5 now. Like I- the ones that you like, small square ones,
Oh, party pizzas.
party pizzas. They used to be $1 or less than $1. Now they're like 3.50.
I've also resorted to making my own coffee at home.
Yep.
It's taking me a couple tries, so I'm wasting more product than I'm using. But also shout out to my mom for buying me the sauce, the same stuff that the coffee shop uses.
Which, I mean, you could pour half of that down the drain and still be ahead because coffee, let's talk about why is coffee $8 a drink these days?
I absolutely love our coffee shop. I could go there every single day, but they've raised the prices again. When they first started, it was $7.67 for a 24 ounce, and all I get is an iced white mocha. And then they lowered the price to $7, and then now it's $8 for one coffee. And I love them, and I want to support them. It's my favorite, but it's. We did a breakdown of where we spent our money last month, and I've spent a little too much time there, so now I have to make my own at home.
And then I'm kind of the same. Used to be big into the Monster Energies, and then switched over to the C4s. They're a little bit cheaper. So now I've switched to buying the packets at home. And then even that was getting a little bit too expensive, so I switched over now to the dollar ones at the dollar store. But that's also something too is back in the day, like last year, 2 years, 3 years ago, you used to be able to get those 4 packs for anywhere from $4 to $8. Well, now I'm pretty sure they purposely don't sell those 4 packs anymore because you get two of them for $5 or $6. There's no longer four of them for the same price. So just like with everything that we've been noticing lately, along with the price changes is shrinkflation. So one thing that got her hooked is she doesn't drink a whole can of pop every single time. She only takes a couple sips. So that's why they made those 10-ounce cans, the smaller cans. Why is that $3 more than what a normal 12 pack of a traditional size pop used to cost?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that double now? So it's just
I have to double check dog food, but I'm pretty sure it's happening with dog food too. I normally get the 16.5 pound bags for $30, and now I'm paying $30 for 13.5 pounds of food,
13 or 13.5.
or 13.5
Yep.
for $30.
So
When I've always paid $30 for 16.5.
so lost 3 pounds of dog food just like that.
And it might just be these stores I have to double check, but the last two times I got food, I noticed. Or I had to check the bag last time because I was like, why does it seem smaller? And it's 3 pounds less.
Yep. Phones. We just had to switch our phones over to a different carrier to save over $100 a month because we were paying $170 for two phones that
150.
150 for two phones that didn't have a payment or any warranties or anything.
No add-ons, no nothing, just two phones for unlimited data.
Then same with auto insurance. I mean, $88 for a Tahoe that's got liability on it. I don't.
Yeah, for three vehicles, it's
Oh,
153.
and it's a 2004 on top of that. It's not even remotely. Nothing is remotely close to new what we own. So
I think it's a little cheaper back home though,
yeah,
here, because my '08 pickup by itself was like $135
yeah. I don't know. I remember that depended where we lived too because
of deer.
yeah, the county mattered where you live in, and I think same thing here too. We got to do emissions when you live in Mesa, but out here you don't have to do emissions.
Or Apache Junction.
Yeah. So that's another thing. You're a car guy, and you're moving down here. Um, to get around the emissions. I wasn't used to any of emissions or anything in North Dakota. So what is that? Come down here, this vehicle has to pass a bunch of this safety stuff that ruins all of your engines. So, and you can't register it or put it in your name or anything until it passes. We found that out with a old Honda imported from Japan. To get it into my name, I had to do a bunch of stuff that was different.
I don't think you've ever talked about having that car.
That kind of transitions into I need to get a lot of people liking and commenting down below. Do you want to see some car stuff? Um, I could do a thing called this Car Talk Tuesday, where Tuesdays I could bring up some of my knowledge that I've gained over the years. I'm not super smart, crazy, have anything crazy, but I've owned a lot of vehicles, and I mean a lot, and a lot of them were the same, just different. And I've just gained a lot of like dumb, stupid knowledge of. I don't use Facebook for following people. I use it for groups and cars, and 99% of the groups is cars. So I know a lot of GM stuff. So I think that'd be kind of fun to share some things, some cars that I've had over the years that I wish I would have kept. We all have that. Some cars I actually bought because I missed them and I wanted them back for nostalgia. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. Comment down below if you want to see that. But
Are,
other than that, we went cost, food. What else we got?
I think we covered it. I'm sure we could think of 3,000 things after we're done with this,
Furniture, mattresses, all that stuff.
but it's not just us.
Yeah.
Feeling the impacts of everything. I know it's everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Jobs.
Sometimes, and this seems like a lot of negatives.
Yeah. Sorry for the negativity, guys, but it's
It's also fun to just like vent it out.
Here's how it is, you know.
And if you want to talk some shit in the comments.
Yeah. Don't say any bad words.
Give me all your bad things.
Are we even going to go over that, or are we going to save that for our next video?
That's for next video.
You want to listen to all of the juicy details. I mean, we've been cockroach infested. We've been without AC in our vehicles. We've been. It's been a long, crazy journey since we've moved down here, and I'm excited to share all of them details in our next video. So please like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification right by the subscribe button, and turn that on so that whenever our video goes live, you get notified so you can watch it right away. We've noticed, my dad was saying he can't find some of our newest videos until we share them. So make sure you guys are clicking that button so you're notified. And we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.